according to the Africa Alliance, it is unacceptable that so many companies are making millions of dollars every hour, even if it's just 2% of individuals in low-income countries have had a complete coronavirus vaccination. The COVID-19 vaccine, one of the most profitable pharmaceuticals in history, raked in almost $37 billion in sales last year, according to The Guardian, which claims that Pfizer's earnings would have increased by double in reaction to the pandemic profiteering charges. In 2021, the US pharmaceutical company's total sales quadrupled to $81.3 billion. Making sales for higher profits while ignoring the low-income countries is unethical. In fact, there is no ethical management at all. What is ethical management anyway?
The practice of taking morality into consideration while managing a company is known as ethical management. This procedure genuinely enables the management to prioritize the company's bottom line while keeping in mind the welfare of the workers, clients, and also the community. However, in this instance, certain pharmaceutical corporations are after the developing nations for their own benefits. This directly contradicts with the ethical management standards because it will only make matters worse for the low-income nations while benefiting those large corporations. The consequences that may occur to these nations includes academic failure and even a rise in their poverty rate as the world is already devastated by the so-called COVID-19 virus.
The COVID-19 death rate is 5 times more prevalent in poorer nations than is in wealthy ones because of the expensive pricing established by some pharmaceutical corporations, including Pfizer. Low-income nations are severely lacking in COVID-19 vaccines. When it comes to issues of rights, there are always two sides to every story, and this is the instance both parties have good cause to defend those rights. The first right is that pharmaceutical companies should charge expensive fees for the COVID-19 vaccination so that they could earn more research fund, and then second is the right of those who are citizens of developing nations to acquire these vaccines.
Currently, a two-wave pandemic is affecting the whole world as undeveloped nations struggle with ongoing outbreaks and a severe lack of immunization and medicine due to severe vaccination shortage in low and middle income countries. The subject of intellectual property rights violations has come to light. The issue arises if a person's entitlement to intellectual property is forfeited due to death. In the future, innovation in medicine or other areas of healthcare will substantially decline due to the requirement for the aforementioned property.
This is Democracy Now! I'm Amy Goodman with Nermeen Sheikh. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa is urging wealthy countries to stop hoarding surplus doses of COVID-19 vaccines. He made the comment.
Now, big pharma companies are scrambling to be the first to produce a COVID-19 vaccine. At least 70 different vaccines are in production, but it will take months before any one is made available to the public.
Of all the products in the world, you don't want to use market-based prioritization. It's got to be vaccines.
There's no technology known to man now that is faster than mRNA.
Because of this monopoly or duopoly position that the sellers are in, it tends to have a high amount of market power and ability to get higher prices.
What should be done then, since this issue cannot be resolved in a single effort, but can be diminished for the sake of a healthy and safer world? For example, a specialized committee should be established to manage the emergency funds, and vaccine deployment protect assistance for distribution and storage to diminish the risk of corruption, because by blocking others from making vaccines and paying as little tax as possible, these firms have maximized their earnings and profits. People's right of vaccination is therefore at least necessary, which include spreading the formulation of vaccine, utilizing the full global manufacturing capability, and generating enough doses for everyone until everyone is safe.